Hey friends. So I am hosting, or rather contributing to, a bridal shower tomorrow. And the theme that the bride has chosen for her wedding is succulents and cacti and all those wonderful greens that we are seeing in watercolor illustration these days. So the hostess of the shower, I think it's the bride's sister, has asked me to come and facilitate a watercolor workshop where I lead the guests to creating a 5x7 card with some succulents on it. Anywho, I don't know. I've never really painted succulents. So I've got my laptop set up over on the side here, and I just thought it would be a fun opportunity to use one of my art journal pages to kind of test out some brush strokes to get a few different kinds of succulents. And then using my Sakura Micron pens, I will either outline the succulents before adding the watercolor or detail the succulents after adding watercolor. So really, you're just going to hang out with me while I kind of figure this out. So I hope that it's fun for you. I want to thank you all again for supporting me through Patreon. I really appreciate you standing by me and helping me build my community of women so that I can continue to inspire them toward a life of creative play and joyfulness and just being really true to themselves. So I just did a Google search on succulents, watercolor succulents, and I've come up with a few pages of, sample watercolor illustrations. So all I'm going to do, and this is exactly how I do it, so you're invited to do the same process. I'm just going to try to mimic some of what I'm seeing. So there are some, so let's pretend we've got a table here and we've got some pots. I guess that pot is really close to the edge of the table. So I'm a bit undecided. I know that this exercise will give me some clarity as to how I'm going to facilitate the workshop tomorrow, but I'm a bit undecided. It's a group of 23 women, so I feel like I want to get them using the pen first and then adding the watercolor after so that they can then just take their cards and let them dry. If I have them do the watercolor portion first and then come back later with the pen to add the details, there's a whole wait time while the watercolor is drying. So I don't know that that's an efficient use of my time, their time. So yeah, I'm inclined to get them to do the illustration first. So that would mean pretty much how I'm doing it now. Now I'm also seeing, some pots with different types of patterns. This is all very loosey-goosey. Yeah, and then I've got my watercolor palette here all ready to go with the spectrum from yellow all the way to blue, including all the lime greens, turquoise, teals. So I'll be dabbling in that. And I've also got 3 different brushes, a size 6, a size 4, and a size 2. So I thought that would be a good variety to offer the participants tomorrow. So obviously I'm really trying to stop using the word obviously, because you know what? Not everybody knows everything that I know. So I'm going to start with the fine brush, the number 2, and let's just do some simple grasses. And I don't want to just stick to this shade of lime green. I want to kind of dip in and out of some of the other turquoisey colors that I've got, the teal, but probably sticking pretty close to this lime green. So that's an awesome pot of just succulent rainforest grasses. It's gorgeous. I love how these colors are playing together. And then, we might do some stalks for something a little bit more robust. And then you know, just do some really juicy, succulent leaves coming out of each stalk. And again, I'm just going to dip into some of the other colors so that with each brush stroke, there's a little bit more play, a little bit more color variation. I'm just totally just tucking in and experimenting with the colors and letting them dance together. Okay, that's pretty cool. The next one is kind of more flowy. Just gonna go over this with the... I lost my voice last night at a trivia night that I went to with some friends, and it's been really sketchy today. So if I suddenly become quiet, that's probably the reason for it. We actually won. Our table won the trivia. There were about 100 participants, and it was a fundraiser for the local library that is undergoing an expansion right now. So everybody paid $10. So they made $1,000 just at the door. There was a 50-50 draw and you know, door prizes and fun things like that. But our table was the table that brought the smarts, so it was super exciting to be on the winning team. And you know what? I totally, oops, woo, spill. I totally cleaned up in the science department. Like, who knew? I'm an artist. I don't know science, but I knew about Post-it notes, and I knew about clouds, and I knew about, oh gosh, I don't even remember what all the questions were, but anyway, it was super fun. So let's try an actual cactus now. So we've got like the center of a cactus, and then we have some like, you know, crazy, I can't believe I've never painted succulents before. They seem so happy and goofy. Look at how awesome that is. That's great. Okay, and I'm just gonna do some random shapes to fill. You know, I'm not trying to actually design a page here. I'm really just trying to practice my succulents for tomorrow's workshop. So I'm going to switch over to the number 4 brush. It's slightly wider in diameter of the round bristles. And I'm going to dip into the truer greens, more along the lines of these true Kelly greens. And I want to just kind of start doing some half moons here. Oh, I've got slight fiber there. Some half moons to do what would be a Hecheveria. What would be in the center? Really just kind of, you know, just some little tick marks. But these are all like crescent shapes all around. And I'm just going to keep dipping in and out of the different greens and do these half circles. Look how pretty that is. So some of you may know that I work at a flower shop on Thursdays. And in the flower shop we have fresh, live, and artificial succulents. So it's pretty cool that I'm, you know, painting them right now. However, using Google as a reference and not the real thing. But this is pretty fun. Now some Hecheveria have a pointed petal, kind of like this, almost like an artichoke. So the outer ones maybe could be more pointed. Again, I'm just going to keep dipping into different shades of green to get these variances. That one went a little awry. That is super cute. I love that. Okay. What else can we do? Let's see. Pardon me for stepping aside from my art journal for the moment. Oh yeah, so there are some of these like bulbous cactuses. So now I'm going to switch to my number 6 brush. I'm just dipping it in my water. And there are some of these like really fun kind of bulbous cactuses. Like, you know, they start with a big fleshy base. And then, you know, some kind of little nodes, I guess. I'm not au courant on my Botanica terminology. And succulents aren't a species, you know, or a variety, I guess, that I have a lot of experience with. I've had a few jade plants, but I think that's pretty much it. Like, I might have had some cactus a long time ago. So I'm going to let that guy dry. Let's pretend that he's in a pot. Okay. And because these guys are mostly dry and this guy is dry, let's go in now and embellish them. So with my Sakura Micron, what I can do is actually define the stalks of these guys and outline the petals, or I guess they're leaves on succulents. It's cute. And then this guy, just need to go back. So would this guy have little spiky things on him? Probably, right? Or maybe some lines? Okay, so let's outline this guy. We'll pretend that that line didn't cut him through. And we can just do some crazy lines. Some little spiky bits. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable, so fun. What would I do on that guy? Maybe a little like warty things? Oh my gosh, succulents are so fun. I think I totally need to make a succulent series. The succulent series. They're so happy and fun. Oh, I've just put my hand in this guy. Oh well. Now, what I also noticed on my Google image search was that these guys had little pink blooms on them. Oh my gosh, they're so happy. They're like little pink hearts. Look how adorable that is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Totally need to incorporate that into the workshop tomorrow. So these two are still damp. This guy I don't think needs any embellishment. I think it's really stunning and beautiful and elegant just the way it is. I kind of feel the same way about this, but according to the illustrations that I'm referencing, they have little dots, like little peppery dots, and maybe some definition for the various nodes. Now, the workshop tomorrow is meant to be an hour long, so I will walk the participants through different brush strokes, how to use the brush. Oh my gosh, those are so cute. Those are so cute. Okay, what can I do here? There must be some like little guys. Like some of these rock cactuses, I think they're called. So those might be more of almost a gray. So I'm gonna mix some green in with some blue and a bit of orange to kind of make like a more muddy green. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. One of my favorite things about being an artist is mixing colors. I love color. I love, love, love color. I'm actually going to pull a bit of purple in there. And that will make it a bit more gray. Because it's going to cool down those yellow tones. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm seeing on this Google search just kind of some of these rock succulents. Pebbles? I'm not sure what they're called. I'll have to ask the owner of the shop where I work what these are called. But I think they're called like pebble succulents or rock succulents because they kind of look like rocks. And they also have the sweet little pink tufts on them. Oh yeah, look how gorgeous that is, how it just bleeds into the green of the succulent itself. And I'm just going to let that dry. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I feel like these guys need some pink hearts too, but I think I'll leave them because it's a different kind of cactus. Oh, this is so fun. I'm so glad I did this, and I'm so glad that I decided to share it with you. Let's do some lettering while these guys are drying. Let's use the number 2 brush, and I'm going to pull some of this magenta paint. I don't know if you can see that, if it's out of view of the camera. I'm just going to add my water to my dried pigment there. And while that's drying, I'm just going to do some lettering up here. So heavy down strokes, light up strokes. Not too much on your brush, but enough to get some good distance with each brush strokes. Suck you. sounds rude. Succulents. So up and then heavy down, light up, light across, heavy down, light up, heavy down, light up. Did I spell it right? Succulents. I believe that's right. I have not had a brush in hand for several days. I'm going through a bit of a transition phase personally and professionally, and which is part of the reason for the shift in reward tiers. Anyway, I'm going through a growth phase right now, and as such I needed to just kind of put my creative practice aside for a little while, but I'm happy to be back to it now, and with a little bit more clarity and a little bit more intention than I had before. So I'm really grateful that you're here with me for that transition. Thank you. So these guys are still kind of damp, but for the sake of timing, let's go ahead and outline them. Again, these guys just kind of have little spiky cactus prickly bits on them. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Okay, what else could we do? I kind of wish that you were out there so that you could offer me some feedback. But I guess that's what the live creative play dates will be about. So that's what the $30 tier is. On the last Wednesday of every month, we're going to log in together as a live group creative play experience, and we'll be able to interact with each other. And, you know, I will lead you in creative play with a very simple exercise, simple supplies, simple materials, simple techniques. And we're just going to hang out for an hour and enjoy each other's company and really promote the concept that creative play is good for our souls. Right, ladies? Oh, yeah. Okay, I think that pretty much wraps it up for my succulents practice and my cacti experimentation. I look forward to seeing how you interpret this exercise and this journal page. And I do invite you to post your photos and videos, although I'm not sure if Patreon community members can post videos, but perhaps you can post a link to a YouTube video. I'm not entirely sure. But at the very least, I would love to see photos of your succulents. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye for now.